Over 20,000 fourth graders will visit the state capitol building in Lincoln again this year. I think it was fourth grade when I did it. Did you do it back in fourth grade?
Of course I did it. I remember it was a big field trip. Well, a quarter of those students that make that field trip will also get an Ag Sack lunch. Now, the program was first introduced last school year, and it returns this fall. It's something we missed out on when we made that field trip. And for teachers, listen up. Right now is the time to plan.
Here this morning, Ag Ambassadors Amanda Bergstrom and Jordan Stromberg. Thanks for coming in.
You brought us lunch.
You brought us lunch already. Describe this program and what's in this Ag Sack lunch.
Well, the Ag Sack lunch, the kids get a choice of ham, beef, or turkey sandwiches. And then along with that, they get some chips, a carrots, and usually a treat. It's most likely a Rice Krispie bar. And then a little carton of milk along with it. And
what's the thought process behind this? What did the kids learn through this program?
Well, we want to teach the kids about agriculture and the importance of agriculture in Nebraska and how it's a part of Nebraska, and it's very important.
I read something interesting. 1 out of 3 jobs in the state of Nebraska is tied to agriculture.
That's right.
Wow. What do kids feel like when you tell them that and you explain a little bit more about agriculture when you present this lunch? What kind of reactions do you get?
A lot of really good reactions. Yeah. There's a lot of kids from the Lincoln area, the Omaha area, that they don't see agriculture. They're not involved with it daily like kids out in western Nebraska. So to have this opportunity to really learn about it, it's really a lot of fun, and they ask a lot of questions and a lot of surprise reactions.
Well, what else do the students get? I know that Kayla's got some playing cards right here. Is this part of the Ag Sack lunch program?
Yeah, they get a deck of cards in their sack lunch there, and they can play the crazy soybean game. So instead of playing crazy eights, it's the crazy soybean game.
Right, the suits here, we've got the beef suit.
Right.
And there's a pork suit, and there's chicken. So as opposed to having the Queen of Hearts or the Ace of Diamonds, you would have the Ace of Milk or pork.
Yeah. And they all have a fun fact on them if you read.
Nebraska leads the nation in commercial red meat production.
Yep.
There you go. And then they also get some stickers.
That is correct.
You've got to have stickers within your lunch.
After our presentations, the kids get a choice, and the stickers just kind of say, ask me about pork, ask me about beef, and then that way they can wear the sticker around, and if people ask them, then they can tell them what they learned that day.
These are super cute. I love the crazy about soybeans and the ask me about poultry. And what kid doesn't love stickers?
Exactly.
They're very excited when they get them.
What do you hear from teachers, from the parents, and then I guess actually the students who eat the meals?
They're really thankful that we came and talked to them, because even the teachers and the parents can learn something from this. And like you have some thank yous in your hand there. We get really cute thank yous about things they've learned. It's fun.
Okay, I'm holding up one, but I have to read this other one that I have in my hand. It says, I learned, L-U-R-N-E-D, that's okay though, that in 2006, beef cattle consumed more than 2.5 million tons of soybean meal, which would fill 1,300 Olympic-sized swimming pools, and that low-fat and fat-free milk contain the same essential nutrients found in whole milk. Your friend, Mackenzie.
Well, Tori, right here, Tori says the turkey sandwich is awesome, and Tori also learned that a hen lays about 270 eggs per year.
Yep.
She is pretty excited about that. How do teachers get signed up for this program?
Well, our boss at the Soybean Board, Karen, she sends out an email to around 600 schools in the beginning of the year, and then they go to the website and sign up, and it's usually about the first 80 to 100 schools that sign up that are allowed to come.
You have the big cards with you. You have to hold some of those up.
Yeah.
What do the kids get out of the presentation when you're showing them the cards? And I guess sometimes you actually have time to play the card game with them.
Yep. Out of the presentation, they learn about the 4 main livestock in Nebraska, the dairy cow, beef cow, pigs, and then poultry. And they also learn about the 3 main crops, corn, wheat, and soybeans. We always start with the sower, since they are at the Capitol and they know a couple facts about it once they do the tour. So they always tell us about that, and then we ask them what it has to do with agriculture and go from there.
So teachers are starting to look forward to next year. They may not have gotten their Capitol tour registered yet, but they can still sign up for the Sack Lunch program. How does that work?
They just sign up through the Soybean Board, and then they register how many students they have, what time they'll be doing the tour, and what kind of lunches they'll want.
Are there any areas where the kids seem the most interested in, or anything that they seem to ask about the most?
Usually what we do. They're really interested in what we do compared to what we've been talking about. So at the end we tell them a couple stories about, you know, where we grew up, what kind of animals we raised, and any fun stories that we have. It's really those connections that way it makes it more real for them.
And they like to tell stories too. They like to say, yeah, my grandpa lives on a farm and I go visit him every summer. They like to tell those kind of stories too.
And it's neat too, because it's a good way that the rural kids can relate that way. But for the city kids, kids that grew up in Omaha like we did, who know so little about that other side of what Nebraska does. So it's a great learning experience for them as well.
That's right. Well, the website is nebraskasoybeans.org. If you're a teacher, an administrator, even if you're a parent, just want to learn more about this program, just go to that website and check it out, or just give them a call at 441-3240, the Nebraska Soybean Board. Thanks for bringing in lunch for us. Well, there's only one sack here. Who gets the lunch?
I'm pregnant.
Good point. She gets it. Thanks for coming in.
You can have the Fritos.
I'll take the Fritos.
And you can have the, well, I might fight you for the deck of cards. Those are pretty cute too. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for coming.